what can you tell us about the humanitarian operations on the ground in Hudaida right now? Is the port still open? Is it letting food through? And are enough aid workers there to actually help civilians at this point?
The port is still open. In terms of the amount of imports being offloaded, I don't have access to that information. I can tell you specifically about Save the Children operations. We had to scale back, in part because of the religious holiday, Ramadan, and it's Eid tomorrow, but also because we don't know what's going to happen and we have to keep our people safe. What we have done is distribute 3 months of aid to our partners and to the medical facilities and the food banks that we have. We've broadened our response so that because we're still able to move around on the ground a little bit, we're able to take food baskets. We've given out cash distributions or unconditional cash distributions to 600 people in Hudaida already to try and make the burden of this assault slightly easier.
Okay, can I ask you, are NGOs like Save the Children able to communicate and work with the forces on the ground, Houthi or Saudi affiliated, enough to continue their operations safely, at least in the short term?
That's not really how we work. We don't communicate directly with or informally or directly in that kind of way. We talk with whichever party or authority manages the part of the country that we need to get to. But what's happening in Hudaida is an assault. There are airstrikes, there's a ground incursion that, based on the latest reports, is 8 to 10 kilometers away from the airport in Hudaida. And there are also reports of warships kind of shelling or bombing the coastline as well. And so our cries have fallen on deaf ears within the country and outside of the country. So we're powerless. All we can do is make sure it's safe enough for our staff to get to the people that need it most. And just for me to keep this very specific, Yemen is the worst humanitarian crisis in the world, and it has the worst food security problem in the world. Almost 18 million Yemenis are food insecure. They have no idea where their next meal is coming from. And what this assault means in Hudaida is that 2/3 of the population that live there may not get that one meal they're used to having a day. So, of course, we're interested in the conflict and what's happening in Hudaida, but fundamentally, who wins or technically who loses is of no real consequence to us because everybody loses. And this idea that we're focused on this particular actor or that particular actor, for us as an INGO or for Save the Children, is a moot point. Who will suffer are the children of Hudaida and their families.